Let's talk about that a little more. So, how do you manage your cryptocurrency portfolios? Like, what's your long term investment strategy?
My long-term investment strategy is to buy Bitcoin. There are a lot of ways you can do that. What's beautiful about Bitcoin is you can actually take custody of your asset. It's a self-sovereign form of money. There's nothing else I can think of that you can actually take custody other than maybe gold, silver, precious metals. But there's a cost associated with it. You got to bury it in your backyard or buy a really expensive safe and hope no one tampers with it. With Bitcoin, you can load Bitcoin onto a hardware wallet and you can access it anywhere in the world at any time. So you can become a self-sovereign individual and actually have your money if and when you want it. So that's really my primary focus, is how to acquire more Bitcoin over time. That's my savings reserve. Bitcoin traditionally has outperformed the money supply. It's outperformed inflation. It's really the only asset that has consistently without a lot of risk. By the way, volatility is not risk. So my main focus is how do I help others do the same thing, and how can we generate potentially income from it? So right now it's risky. It's tough to invest your Bitcoin and earn a yield on it like you would US dollars in the bank or buying bonds. But what I realize is with stock options, you could do a lot of the same things. So you can actually have an exposure to Bitcoin as a reserve asset through a company, but that opens up a securities market to you where you can actually sell contracts, sell call and put options to generate a yield on top of the actual appreciation of the asset. And that has been a lot of fun. For a financial mind, it's really fun to dive into. It's fun to have an understanding of it and to bring that to the table for other people to benefit from. That's really been my primary focus recently.
So, can you explain your options trading strategy for beginners in the audience a little more thoroughly? And what's been your most significant kind of like win or loss in options trading? What'd you learn from it?
The way I would refer to options is that these are insurance contracts. I run an insurance agency. I own it with a friend of mine. And so we broker insurance to the carrier, right? The insurance carrier is the one that's assuming risk for a fee. The premium is the fee. With stocks, if you want to insure what you have for the future, you can buy insurance from somebody else. You're buying it from me. And that's called being a market maker. You're creating a market for somebody. Now, I'm assuming risk for you in return for a premium. That premium is earned income. It's income and you earn it during the duration of the contract. There are contracts that expire daily. There are contracts that expire weekly. There are contracts that expire monthly and yearly and in between. And so there's a huge market out there where you can actually buy or sell insurance against the stocks that you own or want to buy. And so that's been a really, really great way to gain more exposure to the market with liquidity and generate an actual income from it. And you can determine your level of risk that you want. There are two types of options contracts. There are calls and there are puts. And both of those are ways that you're able to either offset risk if you buy those options or assume risk if you sell those options. One, you're paying a premium. The other, you're earning the premium. Sometimes I do both. There are strategies where you might sell and buy and a lot of different great strategies with options contracts. I think initially it can be very intimidating, but if you just start, again, I do it. I lost money. I made money. I did it. But you can research it too. Everything's available online for free these days.